Hey guys, what's up? How are you? I hope that you guys are having an amazing day today. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Gerel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the eyeshadow palettes that I decided to take out of my collection just to give it that extra love during the fall season. So if you are interested in seeing the eyeshadow palettes, then please keep on watching. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like. That definitely helps out my channel so much, and of course subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And without further ado, let's get on to the video. Let's go ahead and start with the first palette. This one is from Artist Couture and it is called the Supreme Nudes. It is a beautiful palette, but for some reason it just kind of got lost in my collection and I have not used it at all. I mean, look at those shades. They are just perfect for everyday looks. The green one, definitely it's a fall kind of a color, but this one right here is definitely on my top priorities to use it just because I have not tested the formula yet and it's definitely something that I want to get familiar with. So yeah, that is one of the eyeshadow palettes. The other one is the one that I have on my eyes right now and I just want to continue on using it just because it is a new to my collection, and it is the Natasha My Dream palette. I just created 3 looks and now this one right here. I'm sure that you're going to see this look that I created first before this video, so if that video is up I will link it down below or somewhere up here. But this color story is absolutely stunning. The formula is just amazing. I did a whole entire review plus 3 looks on that video, so if you guys haven't checked it out, that is another video that I will link down below. But this one is just so beautiful, and that's why I get distracted, because once I get used to a palette I kind of like forget about the other eyeshadow palettes, but I want to do my best to really try and utilize all of these eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be mentioning. The next one that I have here, I am definitely ashamed that I have not used it yet, and if it's in its box is because I haven't used it and I just took it out of this box, and it is of course the Naked Wild West palette. I mean, look at it. I have not even touched it. I have not played with it. I have not given it any love whatsoever. Again, it's either just because there was a lot of releases and I was just focusing on other eyeshadow palettes. I was reviewing other eyeshadow palettes and I just really did not get to it. But this palette is definitely, like, again, with like the Supreme palette, is going to be on my top priorities to use. And Urban Decay is coming out with a new palette, so that one, I don't know how I feel about it, but yeah, that's another story. But this one is definitely something that I do want to use. This palette, I do want to give it some love, create some looks and all of that good stuff. And this palette right here is a perfect for fall. So next we have the Huda Beauty Naughty palette, and even though I did try this palette and I gave it a little bit of love, not enough, I just feel like this color story right here I am a little bit tired of, because you know, the mauvey tones and the pinky tones, I feel like I've been reviewing so many of those shades lately in my channel and I kind of like want to stay away from it. But again, I do need to give this palette some love just because it is absolutely beautiful. I did swatch some of the shades right here on the back of my hand, and just by swatching this palette and looking at these 3 shades right here, it definitely calls me to like play with this palette. So even though I am a little tired of the pinky mauvey tones, this palette is absolutely stunning and it deserves some love. So yeah, I definitely want to play with this palette. The next palette that I do have is this one right here, which is from Colorbrain, and this one is called the Safari palette. I love this palette so much. I've swatched it so many times. I actually did play with this palette a couple of times, but not enough since I bought it, and that was a while back. This palette is not showing that it's available on their website. I really do hope that they do bring it back, just because of this shade right here. Like, this shade right here is absolute everything. Has so much shine, so much glitter, so much dimension to it. It is absolutely beautiful. Every other shading here is just so gorgeous. Like this green right here just screams a fall, but like in a fun way. Like, look at that. That is so stunning. This gold as well. Now I know not everybody is into this really like yellow gold, but it is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, definitely excited for this palette and to create some looks, and just, you know, even if I have to do it off camera, guys, I am going to like really make an effort to just use this palette, whether it's in the reels or shorts or maybe like TikTok. Don't follow me in any of my social medias. They are all down below in the description area, just in case you guys want to follow me there. So next we have the Vanity Makeup palette. This palette is absolutely gorgeous. I do not use it enough. It is perfect for fall. It has your cool tones, your bronzy tones. This palette really is perfect for all year round. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And if you can see, I don't know if you're able to pick up the glitter shades right here. They are just the best, the absolute best. So let me just swatch it right next to the other one so you guys can see how gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, that reflection right there is perfect. I can't wait to use this palette again. I have not used it enough. I definitely want to give it a little bit more love. This black right here, which is like a glitter black, it's like gray gunmetal kind of shade, is absolutely beautiful as well. It's just so perfect for a really nice glam smoky eye. So I am so excited to use this one. So yeah, definitely bringing it out. The next palette that I have is from Pat McGrath, and this one is the Mothership V. It is my absolute favorite, or one of my top favorites from Pat McGrath. I still need to do my ranking of all of my Pat McGrath palettes, but I don't know. I'm still undecisive of how I actually want to do it, but this palette is absolutely gorgeous. It is so beautiful. I have not used this palette in a little while. It's been sitting here in my collection for a very long time, and these special shades are just absolutely stunning, like stunning. So here they are. Here is the Pat McGrath palette. All her special shades, and one metallic shade is just to die for. I mean, can you see those shades? Those are just stunning. I really need to get to playing with this palette. It has been a very long time since I've touched this Mothership V palette, so I want to give it some attention. I want to create some looks, maybe like 2 looks, 1 palette. And I do have a series going on, so I am going to add this one to the mix, and I'm going to pick some of these as well and just create a couple of looks and add it to that series here on my YouTube channel. Let's go ahead and move on to the next palette, which is this one right here. I just want to continue on playing with this one. This one is pretty new to my collection. I already did a first impressions on this palette. I created a look, and I do have another look coming up for you guys soon. And this one right here is the Tarte Maneater palette. Is absolutely gorgeous, really screams fall everywhere you look at it. It's just really nice. You can create so many looks. Like, you can definitely create some neutral looks, some pinky and mauvey looks, of course, and you can create those gold tones, warm tones kind of looks, and you do have your little pop of green as well. So it is a beautiful palette. Really great formula. From my experience on playing with this palette so far, it has been amazing. There's not a dud in this palette so far. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this one, and I definitely wanted to continue on using it. The next eyeshadow palette that I want to give a little bit of extra love during this fall season is this one right here from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just don't think that I've picked up this palette again since I reviewed it and created a couple of looks. I do have a 2 looks, 1 palette with this one right here, and it is called the, what is called? The Nouveau palette. Again, the color story definitely calls fall as well. It's more on the cooler side though. You can still create a little bit of a warm tone kind of look, but it's definitely pulling a little bit more cool in my opinion. But it is a really nice, beautiful quality palette, really solid on its formula. If you are familiar with Anastasia Beverly Hills formula, then you know that it does have a lot of kickback, so you might want to do your eyes first before doing your base. But this palette is absolutely stunning. This shade right here, it's really what makes this palette very special. But yeah, super excited to use this one. So the next palette that I have is from Patrick Ta, and this is the Major Dimension eyeshadow palette, and this one is the first one. This one is just definitely my type of shades, and I want to create like really nice bronzy, chocolatey, smoky eyes during this season. I just think that it is absolutely perfect, especially with your pumpkin spice latte, like really nice sweater and scarf. It's just so beautiful to have those type of eyes. And of course, I mean, I'm just dreaming because, you know, I live in Florida, so it's super hot and humid, and I'm not going to be wearing sweaters for a very long time, but I can picture myself whenever that weather comes around, even if it's just just for a week. And that I'm going to be rocking that brown smoky eye with my pumpkin spice latte and sweater and scarf and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I love this palette for this season and all year round, really. All right guys, and the last palette is something that I created a very long time ago. So these eyeshadows are old, but remember that I'm going to only be using them on my eyes, so don't worry about that. So if I do get like, I don't know, itchiness or something on my eyes, I will stop wearing them and I maybe just replace them. But it is my MAC single eyeshadows, and this one's right here, they just they are so beautiful. I swatched them the other day and they perform really well. I was really surprised because I haven't used them in a little while. I always try to keep all of my makeup really nice and clean and disinfected, so I know that I take care of my makeup. That's why I don't have a problem using my makeup on me, even if it's a little bit older. I do have to say that this one's right here on the bottom, this one's definitely do need to be replaced. So I am going to be replacing in these shadows just because I do want something a little bit more pop. So I'm going to check out on their website to see if they do have something like that, just because I want to add that little like pop of something shimmer on my lid. But the rest of the eyeshadows, like all of the mattes, are just amazing. The brown ones right here are just so good. I don't remember the names of them and it's really hard to take them out of the pan, but if you guys want to know what I have here, maybe in a different video, let me know in the comment section and down below. I mean, because now we're talking like old school, okay? But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Please let me know if you're going to be looking into your collection and giving that extra love to those palettes that you probably forgotten that you have, just like I have. So yeah, I hope that this video definitely encouraged you to play with the makeup that you already have, get creative again, give the love to those eyeshadow palettes that I know that you already have in your collection. But yeah, again, thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and I will see you next time.